It took us 6 months to build this bus.
Building the bus constantly, 24/7.
My little painter. The decks are key to us. When I was designing the bus, I knew I wanted this drop-down deck. I knew that right away. We figured if you could make your outside home part of your inside home like this, then why not do it? It's already tiny living. You don't have to be any tinier. We built a school bus because we wanted a fresh blank slate, but the main thing was an open feel. We built it like a studio apartment.
Come on inside.
Will you join me? Will you roll? Make this house our tiny home.
Hi, I'm Shane.
I'm Elizabeth.
Welcome to the B-Wagon, our home on wheels. So before we lived in a school bus, we were working in event production. We were traveling the country, working event to event, building the infrastructure before you got there. And living in a hotel is kind of tiresome. So we wanted to be able to bring everything with us, including the dogs. We built a school bus because we wanted a fresh blank slate. Figured the school bus, we could do it the way we wanted to do it. So it took us 6 months to build this bus, 7 days a week, almost 12 hours a day. I did it like a full-time job. No days off, no nothing. We just went to town on it and got it done. We had a deadline to do. We got married in Jackson Hole in September and we wanted the bus there. So we started in the spring and it had to be done by the fall.
Anytime that I wouldn't work, I would help him on the bus. So building the bus constantly, 24/7.
My little painter.
We had to have a big kitchen, that island, which I love. And then it leads right into the side deck, which is really nice.
The decks are key to us. When I was designing the bus, I knew I wanted this drop-down deck. I knew that right away. I'd seen one online, someone done one, and I was gonna copy that idea. But the main thing was an open feel. We built it like a studio apartment.
So purchase price of the bus was about $7 grand, and then in total for the entire bus build, we're in at about 55 grand. This lifestyle works great living in a school bus because I decided to be a travel nurse. We get to see all the cool places, be off grid, and Shane gets to do events anywhere around the country.
This bus was a one-of-a-kind school bus. It took me 2 years to find it. It has a 5.9 24 valve Cummins in it, has the diesel motor, and driving the tires in the back is a true Allison MT 643 transmission, so the mountain transmission, which isn't common in school buses. It's pretty much the holy grail for transmissions. All the 4 tires in the back are locked, so they all ride together, so we've never got stuck. We've been in deep snow, deep mud, deep sand, and we pretty much pull out of everything. It's air ride suspension, front and back, not just the back, so it drives down the road like a pillow. We get 10 miles to the gallon on a 100-gallon diesel tank, so we have a 1,000-mile range. It's nice, it's fun to drive. It's great to drive, it's one of my favorite things to drive. Before I put the rear deck on it, it was 31 foot 6 inches, so it was under most national park length limits, which is what we were going for. Now when we put the bumper on it, it's a little bit longer. It's at 35, and I'm just under 8 foot wide. We have one of our decks, we're about to drop it down for you. You take that chain down, you unhook the 2 ropes, and you push a button inside, and all of a sudden it just comes down. You're about to see. So this is the first deck. This is the one that's a lot of fun. This is the one we spend most of our time on. You come right out from the living room or the bedroom or whatever. We're outside people. School bus is already a tiny home. We figured if you could make your outside home part of your inside home like this, then why not do it and give yourself some more room to hang out. It's already tiny living. You don't have to be any tinier. So there's an awning that hooks up right there. And there's another hook over there right by the ladder. And it comes out kind of like a circus tent where it goes out with 2 bags of weight and 2 big poles that go underneath it. It's a super cool awning actually. And yeah, it covers up all this. We have a second awning right there for when we're doing projects on the side in the rain. You can just open that one up a lot easier and it comes right out. So there's 2 awnings on this one. So that's another whole deck. It's 16 foot by 8 foot up there with all kinds of storage. There's 5 fishing rods up there, solar goes up there, Starlink's up there. Front half of the bus is solar. and the back half is deck. The solar also moves. It's on a T-jack, so when you push a button inside, the scissor jack opens up, and when it opens up, it picks it all up to a 33-degree angle so you can get sun better in the wintertime, which is half the reason that let us be so off-grid for so long, holding so much power. Up until we moved to Seattle, we never even needed a generator. Now we use it. Other than the paint mess up here, because we were freshly painting it the other day and it rained, but we have an outside table. We have this whole set up as an outside cooking station for when we're barbecuing. The barbecue is hardwired into the actual propane of the bus, which is a massive 35-pound tank, I think it is. We use this to prep it on, right there to cook it on. Normally Elizabeth's sitting in a chair right there, hanging out in the sun, but not today. We have a true door, so solid wood core door. I built this thing off of Facebook Marketplace. That's where I got the door. That's where I got everything. We were able to do it really affordable because almost everything in there is reclaimed something, which is kind of cool. So the bus's name is the B-Wagon school bus. And because of that, we wanted to follow kind of with the T100 Toyota look. So we kept the classic Toyota stripes on both sides, slightly different. And it was all done with house paint. We didn't spray it, none of that vehicle stuff. We just touched it up as we go. And we did it with rollers. You can do it with rollers. Don't listen to everybody. You don't have to do it with automotive paint. So the deck is all through welded. Everything on it is welded, grade A steel, C-framed, channeled. It's beautiful. Has a capability of what I've configured about 20,000 pounds towing, solid welded and bolted through. So we can easily tow a toad behind us. We don't have one right now. We have a car, but we don't tow it. And then the AC up there, that's the mini split for the inside. The one thing a lot of people don't think about when they're building their school buses is storage of their tools, storage of their stuff, bikes, snowboards, whatever you're into, fishing equipment. I built in a huge garage to ours. Even though it's only 32 foot from tip to tail, you don't notice it when you're inside that there's an 8 foot by 5 foot garage with everything in it. I have 150 gallons of internal fresh water that is all insulated, so it's never froze. I have every tool you'd ever need in here to build a whole nother school bus. What another thing people don't think about is your dirty laundry. Where are you gonna hide it? You just leave it on the ground or you stuff it into a corner? Well, I built one into the garage. I put a laundry chute in. You can see a basket full of my dirty clothes right there. And you'll see when we're inside, but there's a feed through from the main living area that goes right into the laundry chute and you can throw a bunch of stuff into it. So when we do get to where we're going, I made it so all of my hard connections are right here at one side. So when you back in to any spot, you're plugging right in. So we have a plug-in spot right here, so we can run short power to it if we find ourselves at a campsite, which does not happen often. We have a hard water line right here so we can connect to water that's pressurized and runs through all the pipes. And we have 150 gallons of fresh water right here. All that together, we can go off grid for 2.5 weeks before we just need water. This is the hot water heater. This and the oven are the only two things that run on our propane. The paint stripes, following the Toyota theme, I just thought they looked cool. Tell me they didn't. You're about to see the bus start lowering. It drops down 4 to 5 inches with the air ride suspension. After you're stopped for a little while, it all compresses back down. And what it does is it makes it like a solid foundation in there. So we don't have the wiggle of suspension like traditional buses or RVs or anything really. As soon as it airs down, it's like being on a frame of a house. It doesn't move.
Since Shane showed you the outside of the bus, I'm going to show you the inside of the bus. Come on inside. So when you walk in the bus, you'll see there's the stone all around. We have some blue pine shelving over here, just extra storage in a bus. You always have to have storage for everything else. And then we decided to keep the front of the bus like the actual school bus because Shane loves it and it looks pretty cool. Right when you walk in the bus, you'll see our mid-size fridge. It has a fridge and a freezer in it. We decided to go with this layout, having it this way because it fits our lifestyle. This side over here is our pantry. This is a full-size pantry, 4 drawers of all the food that you can have. We do have locking mechanisms on all of our drawers because if not, you're in the bus and things will just open up. Now I'm going to show you the rest of the kitchen. Okay, so this is our concrete sink. It's 32 inches. We chose this 32-inch concrete sink and I know it is big for a school bus, but we also have a ton of extra space that you'll see behind me. That's our island. So this does take up a lot of space, but we wanted a really big sink, and it is huge. The drip drying rack is purposeful in the fact that it is over the sink, so the dishes dry over the sink. It will drip into the actual sink. It's very helpful in regards to not taking up any space, and it's kind of hidden also between these two cabinets, which is really, really nice. We decided to go with upper cabinets as well. Was a last minute decision. They open a bunch of storage, plates, cups, anything like that. On this side, we also have more counter space over here, more drawers that are pull out with utensils, all kitchen space, all cabinets fit everything that we need. We do have a full stove oven. I do love cooking, so it runs on propane here, and a full oven so we can cook, make breads, anything I want. This part was actually connected to the stove, but we wanted more window space, so he actually disconnected it, rewired it, and put it up here. So this actually controls the oven here, which I thought was pretty cool. There's also more storage up here, shelves, you'll see baskets, hangers. You have to find space for everything in a school bus. Every space matters. So since we don't have a lot of space here in the bus in regards to the walls, we did incorporate art everywhere in the bus. Even the doors are art incorporated on the cabinets, even on the side over here. Art is everywhere, and it's designed purposely. We also added a spice rack here that pulls out. I love cooking. It's very convenient having it right next to the stove. Right on the other side, right next to the sink here, is our full-size trash can, which is really nice to have a full-size trash can in a bus. Moving back in the bus here, we do have our island, one of our favorite parts of the bus, made out of a box trailer flooring. It's probably about 100 years old. All of the countertop space here is made out of that. We sealed it, patched it together, and you can even see some of the screw holes on the top of the cabinets. We did decide to put a TV in here. This TV does swivel around about 180 degrees. You can watch it outside on the deck, you can watch it in the kitchen, you can watch football wherever you want. The TV does go down on a button, so this part is hidden into the actual countertop here. Added on is a little breakfast nook here. So in this bench here, it also has a dual purpose. There is a deep freezer under here, more storage of food because we love to cook. The other side over here is dog food and more supplies of dog stuff, I guess. I made the cushions, and I made them like 5 days ago. We switched them out because we wanted something new and different. So everything you see is handmade. Shane and I made literally everything in the bus. So we have here Miss Honeypot. She's about 10 years old. And this little guy here is tuna fish. These are our little babies. One of my favorite parts of the bus is the ceiling. We decided to go with blue pine ceiling. It is beetle kill pine. We had to do a lot of stuff to get it to look like this, and it was a pain to get it up, but each piece is different, which makes it very unique. I did pick out where I wanted them to go, so if you look up, each piece has some blue in it, and each piece is very unique in the way that it looks. We decided not to go with a roof raise because we did extend, as Shane talked about, all the solar and the deck up top. Shane fits in here perfectly, I fit in here perfectly. We felt it was more homey in here and more cozy to keep it the way the bus is, so we decided not to go with a roof raise. In the bus here, it's about 6'3". We do have spray foam insulation all throughout the entirety of the bus. We have about 4 to 5 inches of spray foam. The ceiling, the walls, the floor has about 1.5 to 2 inches of spray foam. And then we do have the flooring on the bottom as well. The bus is very cozy and warm. So this is our little wood stove that we have here. We do also have a mini split that's behind us. Also has heat. We haven't used it yet. All we've had is this wood stove. We have to feed it probably about every 3 to 4 hours depending on how cold it is. Our wood storage is below here, so we actually will use this stump here that is the tuna ramp And so we cut the wood there, we put the wood in here, and that's how we get warm. We decided to go with some tile behind it, and it is a little bit close to the bed, yes, but we do have heat protectant, so we haven't had any issues with it. This is our little dog cave down under the bed here. For Honeypot, she likes sleeping under here. We decided to go with a full-size bed. It did save us a little bit of space in our walkway here. The bed does lift up because we do have storage in the back. Behind has all of our winter storage, camping things, everything is in the back here. There is also storage on the side. Pull-out drawers, there are 6 huge drawers for all of our clothes that we do need. We don't have any hanging clothes, we just folded up everything. This is just for the lights here. All these buttons control something. Most of them are outside. One controls the winch that brings the deck up. We have all of our side lighting and then our front lighting as well. And all of these buttons are useful. All right, so the last part of our bus is our bathroom. It is a full-size bathroom in here. It's slate in here, which we decided to do a little bit more rustic. We do have a composting toilet that we did ourselves. It's very private back here, which is very nice. And then this little door here is our actual little laundry chute. It leads to the back of the bus. So we put our laundry there. Laundry is hidden. Again, space. We had to think of all different areas where you can put stuff. So we decided to put a little laundry chute there, and you can just close it back up.
The school bus, when I walk inside of it, it feels like home. It's comfortable, it's cozy, it's warm. It doesn't feel like a white cookie cutter RV to me. It feels like home. I love every second of it. I feel accomplished when I walk in.
The bus makes me feel, as Shane said, but even more than home. It is our home. It is the place that I come home from work. Shane's already making me some food. The dogs are on the bed, welcome me. The school bus is where we're meant to be. I wouldn't change absolutely anything. It makes me so happy being in a school bus, and I feel like anyone should build a school bus because why not?
Thanks for watching this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another unique home tour.